have any of those heroes that Bane's really good against, Lifestealer, Lone Druid, for example. I don't know, they could certainly go with that if they want to pick up a Bane just for a setup, because Shadow Demon and Rubik are both out of the pool already, and if they wanted to go with something like Lina or Leshrac later on in the draft, Bane could certainly be a powerful pickup right here.
Yeah, we still have the Kunkka and the Moran in the pool as well, but they actually both need a kind of a setup hero, whichever that will be. So, curious to see what 4FC is going to go to. As, well, 3 supports banned out by iCCup. They also need support still for themselves though, at least one of them. Treant Protector, we're going to assume that it's a support. In theory, he can go on the offlane as well, but we're going to assume that he is going to be played as a support, and that leaves iCCup to still need and a support as well. So maybe they want to have the Bane for themselves. There's the Vengeful Spirit. So I mentioned her as one of the also the setup stuns, and you said like they are more of the aggressive setups, with it, which is of course Shadow Demon and Rubik. But Vengeful Spirit is a lot more aggressive than the Bane, at least, if you can compare the two. So they did go for the aggressive setup, which was the Vengeful Spirit that was still in. So it might still have a Mirana or a Kunkka. Let's see which one of the two they do, or if they just completely do something else and just make me look like a fool.
Yeah, I think Venge is a lot more their style playing than maybe the Bane really is. I really can't even think of a time I've seen Forks play Bane. I'm sure it's happened. I feel like it has to have happened, but I can't think of a time. Venge feels more like what I'm expecting from them, and definitely a powerful hero. Gives them some minus armor. They could end up running a minus armor strat off this. Not that I expect. They could also go with something more aura-y oriented, or just pick up Venge just because.
Just because they can.
Just because he was there, or she was there rather.
Yeah. And of course, yeah, the Aura Lone Druid, if they go for Beastmaster, still, they could put Bat Rider in the jungle and then go for Beastmaster still, and then you have got your Aura set up. Maybe even a Luna would do the same thing. Still, not really those aggressive carries that we're used to, though. Enchantress will be the pickup for 4FC first. They know that there is only one hero left to ban out for iCCup, as iCCup themselves secure themselves the Puck and the Gyro Cup. So the Puck, of course, we saw it in the previous game. It works out great. He's just a very solid mid-hero, and Resolution definitely playing it properly as well. So that's going to be something that 4FC is going to have to care about. Gyro Cups are also one of those carries that Jackal can easily play, and I mean, they have their cores ready right now, so 4FC, they only need to ban out one support. If that's indeed what they are going to do, because in theory, they could still pick up their own jungle hero, iCCup that is. I mean, Nature's Prophet is still in the pool as well as a Chen. So who knows. And if they go for a Chen, you've got an Enigma and Chen. So Eidolons and Chen creeps. You're going to be able to push fairly fast.
Yeah, I think they're maybe thinking about putting this Enigma in the jungle. It's also possible they could just run Enigma off lane and use Treant Protector. Yeah, they want to, and try and go for something a little bit more aggressive that way. Just for pushing in the with the Enigma, with the Chen, but like there's a lot of push that can come up from RC right now too, with the Enchantress, with the Lone Druid, and potentially whatever else they end up picking up. They do have like a somewhat aura strat going on with the Enchantress as well. It helps towards that because you have those creeps with you whenever you're pushing, and those creeps have auras. Well, most of the bigger ones have an aura associated with them. Pushing power coming out from both, and then who knows what's going to go on. Both teams just going to push into each other, maybe get some base race action going on.
Yeah, I think there should be a mod. There was on, I believe on Reddit, a post that there was a mod in Dota 2 that will turn on the root Sandstorm if you epicenter on Sand King. And someone said there should be one for Hammer Time, stop Hammer Time if Chrono
oh, yeah, I saw that one.
Went off. And I actually want a mod that will, every time there's an Enigma that goes into the jungle, will say the Enigma in the jungle thing from the Dota 2 reporter guy, and will say stuff with the Rubik, it will say stuff with the Tusk and stuff. That will say all that kind of stuff. Dazzle. And Bane. Sorry, it's just fun. I'm hoping you've seen those. You have seen those. I'm saying that. I'm saying it often. The Dota 2 reporter man.
I don't watch those.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm gonna link it to you. You're gonna have tons of fun.
Okay.
They're really funny. They are just really. That means that if I pretend to be the Tusk, then you won't know what I'm talking about. That's really sad. If the Tusk
Yeah,
was
but-
gonna get picked up, I would have copied
Yeah,
that.
but no one's going to pick us, so it's okay.
It's a shame. It's a shame though. It is an Alchemist, by the way, for 4FC. Kind of surprised about that. But we'll see how it ends up working out. With the Lifestealer still in the pool, picked up by iCCup. Lifestealer up against Alchemist is going to be the battle of bashes, I think. The first one to get a basher will be having a good time. And let's see what iCCup can do with this. I kind of like iCCup's lineup, but they also have a lineup that requires certain situations. They've got a bit of a combo wombo style thing going on, while 4FC is a bit more well-rounded, I think.
Yeah, iCCup have a lot of AoE disables, effectively. If they catch you with any of them, it's not too difficult to catch you with the rest. Puck, if you get the Dream Coil on a couple heroes, that leaves you pretty much stuck in a position where you're all going to get Black Gold. If you get caught with an Overgrowth, you can get Black Gold, you can get Dream Coiled very easily. So, it's not the hardest to set up. It's not like they're relying completely on Black Hole to catch them for a team fight. They do have those other two spells. And then if call down Cannon from Jack to do a lot of AoE damage on top of it.
Yeah, you have a bit of a robotic thingy behind your voice, so I'm not quite sure what's up with that. But if you want to either recall or restart Skype, which one do you want to do?
I'll restart Skype.
Okay, and then I'll call you back in a sec. Or call me back, I'll accept. I'll see it when it happens. And while that's going on, I will tell you like what you're actually watching, because I see someone in the chat asking for it as well. So, it is Alliance, Quantic, and Virtus Pro that will be the three teams that are already set to go to Kiev. Now, Na'Vi can't be there because they are in China. Mousesports can't be there. We don't know why, but they can't. Roxkiss can't be there. KP can't be there. And then we have the number 8 and 9, which are 4FC and iCCup on even scores. And they are fighting it out in the best out of 3 because they both can be there. And they want to be there. But they need to win this best out of 3 to be able to be there. And that is going to be the one thing that this best out of 3 will decide. So iCCup is one game ahead, 4FC. They need to win this game to force out a game number 3 and then still win that game to be able to go to Kiev. While iCCup, they just want to end it right now. And be happy that if they are indeed winning this, they will be going to Kiev, but then they will also be in time for their next match today, which is going to be up against Roxkiss for the Corsair Gaming Summer Tournament, which I'm casting as well. So, but yeah, welcome back.
Yeah, hopefully it's better.
For now, yes. I hope so too.
That's good.
So, we have a bit of an aggression movement coming up from iCCup. They're already backing out of the enemy jungle. They placed one ward up the high ground here that is there. Like, I can't really tell because I'm not that high level of a support, but there is one place right here that you can, like, there's a couple of places on this edge that you can place the ward on, but there's only one of those couple of places that will actually block the camp. So we're gonna see if this is the right spot to do it at, and if that is actually gonna be the one to block the camp for the Enchantress, which will of course be a big nuisance to the Enchantress. For iCCup though, we have always want to fly up in the jungle, probably. Enigma is his hero for right now. Weejazik playing the Treant Protector. On the top lane, looks like we're going to have an off-lane Lifestealer played by Mag. Mid lane goes the way of Resolutions. Puck, no surprise there, as we are seeing Jackal on a carry once again. This time it is the Gyrocopter.
Yep, and for 4FC, we are going to have Krilly in the mid lane, actually, on Lone Druid.
Awesome.
Blomberg going to be bottom lane on Batrider, and then their top lane, their tri-lane, will be Enchantress, played by Boomski for Bomb. The stand-in, Karake, going to be on the Vengeful Spirit, and finally, Stringby playing the Alchemist.
Yeah, and of course, for people wondering, Karake is actually the person that would also be in Kiev, as Matrim cannot make it, so it is Karaki that would be joining them in Kiev if 4FC wins this best of 3, so that's why he's standing in here right now as well. Of course, they want to be able to win with the roster that they would be in Kiev with. And, well, right now they're not really on the right path. They need to win. Otherwise, they're out. And even if they win, they're not really in yet either. So let's see if they can do it. So we have a Puck versus a Lone Druid. Opinion? Or, sorry, thoughts?
I don't know. Lone Druid, we don't see him in the mid too often. That's because most of these other mid heroes can just kind of harass him out of lane pretty effectively. A hero like Puck is just going to spam spells, and Lone Druid can't really do the same. At least not until he gets level 5, and then he can try and entangle. But Puck, like, even if you entangle Puck, he can just phase shift.
Yeah, we've got Blumberg by the way. He bought boots so he can get away from that rocket rush real fast, but it still did quite a bit of damage to him. Here on this bottom lane. Jackal versus Blumberg. 1 versus 1-ish. Of course, Musik is around there. He's not really going to show himself on the lane. Ooh, look at that. Free gold. If Blumberg gets this, that would be really nice for him. To just stop Musik from getting those levels and get some extra gold for himself. In comes Jackal though. He might be able to do something as well. Flackenin will help out, but Blumberg still takes most of the creep. So really nicely done for him. He is level 3 right now. A bit higher level than the Gyrocopter, who's also level 3, but the experience difference is there. And that's nice. Musik still level 1. Yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah, just trying to take that experience.
Oh,
is
but look at this. Hey, Strud always want to fly. Here comes the Malefice if he wants to. He doesn't have the fly just yet. He can't fly away. 3 seconds. He is gonna go down. Like, this is the first blood right there. No hope for him. First blood goes to Jackal's homing missile.
Yeah, it's a good rune to get with the Enigma. Just chase them down. And fortunately, because he had to use the Firefly to steal the creeps, use it to escape.
Yep. I'm just thinking like that almost looked like a scene from the Dota2 reporter man, but yeah, like you haven't seen that, so I can't do that. Damn, you should still see that. So fun. Mag might be having some trouble. Here comes a net stun getting charged up, but the rage is still gonna be there. And that's gonna be another stun coming off from Boomski. Is there enough damage though? I don't think so. And no net, no new net just yet. Oh my god, that rhymed. Might be turning into a push though. I mean, if you have those skeletons, they do a lot of damage. And looks like we are gonna see Boomski sticking around here. And we'll probably make skeletons. There we go. And that's gonna be the start of a pretty heavy push. But also gonna be the start of Mag getting some extra solid experience. Though he hasn't been starved for experience at all. Like, he's level 3. Alchemist, of course, level 4. Bit higher level there. Level 3 on the supports here as well. Already some living armor to save Mag here should something happen. But I think that 4FC is just gonna go for the tower.
Yeah, they're gonna try their best to take down the tower, which is not surprising. If Mag gets a little overzealous with his defense, they might go in and try and force him back.
Yeah, and they're actually using...
But I don't think...
oh.
Yeah, I don't expect them to actually commit to that kill. It's pretty difficult for them to get with this tri-lane, which is what made Lifestealer a pretty good pickup there with that last pick. Actually kind of surprising Lifestealer made it all the way to last pick without being banned or picked or anything. Yeah. But yeah, it worked out well. Now he's pretty resilient against the tri-lane that they have here.
And the thing is though, like, we already see it. Like, if you take the tower down to half HP, that's not enough. 4FC has to now really commit to this tower if they want to actually make that push work. Because otherwise there will be the living armor that will just heal up again. Mag will try to just last hit while it's going on. There goes the fortification. The stun still goes up on Mag. He has to be careful, sending in the acid spray as well, of course. Losing some armor as he does. I mean, it still will be the tower to go down, probably in the end. Maybe Mag can get in for the deny though. It looks like he's trying to. Karaki has to be careful, and that's gonna be... Oh, the living armor actually heals it up again, Mag. He's still gonna try and deny it. He can't, because it's living armored. In comes the stun, getting charged up. Come on, hit the tower. No, not hit the tower. Yes, hit the tower. No, that's gonna be maybe a kill. He stuns himself. Mag might be able to get a kill. This is a weird fight. If you can call it a fight. That tower...
Like the Benny Hill theme playing.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, Mag, trouble. There is no mana yet up on the Vengeful, and he will get a kill here as well. That's gonna be 1 kill. In the meantime, Puck goes down to Lone Druid in the mid lane, so they do get something as well. On the other side of the map, there's living armor up on the Lifestealer. And Blumberg's Nature's Attendance already ended. And I mean, this is a tower that will be healed back up.
Yeah, it's already out of deny range. That's one of the other real benefits of living armor, is that if you don't get a tower down, and it's particularly hard early because you don't do a lot of damage to go through the armor, it's just going to be a half health plus by the next time you get close.
Yeah, and of course the main mid lane kill going the way of Krilly, but Krilly is in a lot of trouble right now as well. He is going to be able to make it out. Always Wanna Fly came in there. As Always Wanna Fly, actually, there was a voice animation between Enigma and Puck, kind of interesting. But I didn't hear it properly because I only came into the last half of it. It's a shame. But yeah, Always Wanna Fly sitting around. He is level 5, so no black hole just yet. Krilly sitting at 27 to 13, 20 to 11 for resolution, so Krilly getting the better of this. I think he already has more farm than he had previous game 20 minutes in. Boom! That was Flame. I know. I'm sorry.
He had a tough game last game. The fact that he's doing better this game is really important. Resolution getting entangled again, jeez. Almost died, but he's going to be able to get away because he can't commit to that. He wasn't expecting to get entangled, and even if he did, probably isn't getting the kill. But he's had a decent time against Pug. He's hitting Pug pretty heavily just because Bear does damage. But yeah, things are okay for 4FC this game, even if they are behind a kill.
Yeah, Tower already back to half HP again. Here comes the hate train again, though. Maybe they can get a kill this time. Mag is not there just yet. He is walking back to top. He has got his phase boots. He is, by the way, level 7, while Alchemist is level 5. And this is starting to get a very dangerous life. You know, Resolution comes in as well. He does have his Dream Coil. Gets it up on 3. TP's coming in as well. Open wounds up on Strangby. He is going to be a one to drop there as well as the rest. Also, not able to get away, or at least maybe Enchantress can run. We did see the Venge dying as well, and Boomski just running for his life. This will be a tier 1 going down on the side of 4FC on the top lane. 4 people here to help out. I don't even think they were all 4 needed, but Jackal coming in with that cooldown, Dream Coil. I mean, the combination just was there. They would have even had a black hole should it still be needed to take someone down, but...
Yeah, but now they keep that tower alive, and they push immediately back the other way, and they're going to be able to take this tier 1 in return, so they don't lose a tower, unless mid goes down, but it's still above half health and tree armor.
Yeah, that tree armor, like... You can't hope to really chip down a tree. You have to take it, or you don't. You can't really say, oh, we do some damage, it's nice. It will help out in the end. It won't. But they do get the tier 1 tower middle, so that's good news for 4FC. And that's an important strategic point as well for iCCup. Even though, of course, the tier 1 tower is pretty important for 4FC as well, creating some more safety inside their own jungle, keeping the control, which is kind of now gone. But it also, in a way, it helps Strangby a little bit. He has now a bit of a longer lane to farm in. And it kind of helps out for him, if he indeed wants to continue just now for now farming instead of pushing, which I think he should be doing, because otherwise he's gonna drop behind so fast. We have already got the net worth very high in favor of Jackal, who of course got 2 kills already. And I mean, Lone Druid is not doing bad, but it's not gonna be well, Lone Druid is done later than Jackal is. Jackal's gonna be able to be in fights earlier as Mag finds himself vengeful. Vengeful TPs herself out. That's gonna be the right action right there. Mag level 8. It's trouble.
Yeah, it's really just the difference between Gyrocopter and Lone Druid, is that Gyrocopter can do a lot of damage with relatively few items. Lone Druid needs quite a few to hit hard.
Exactly. We've got the Bedrider, by the way. He's building towards a Blink Dagger. He's almost there. That will be a bit of a change of pace for 4FC. They might be able to get some more control with that. I mean, they can't expect... Normally you have a solo mid that creates that mid-game dominance, but that's not going to be happening in this case. It's going to be the Bedrider that has to do that, and he has to do that with his Blink Dagger. So let's see if they can do something now that they find it. They have to be careful, though, because there is a black hole waiting around the corner as well from Always Wanna Fly. And living armor just makes any kind of gank that you want to try and do, it makes it almost impossible. Well, it just makes it a lot harder. Let's not say impossible.
Yeah, they can either choose to try and focus down the Enigma, and if you pull Enigma with Lasso and you don't get the kill, typically you lose the fight because suddenly Enigma's in the middle of your entire team, and you'll get black holed immediately. I don't know. They're gonna go for something here.
Yep, and they blink in, they get Jackal. Where's the disable? Is there another follow-up stun? Yes, there is. Here comes the Sentry Ward just in case. Cooldown comes down, but there is a Dream Coil up on the 2 supports. Everybody trying to run. That's 1 down. That's gonna be 2 down. Nature's Attendant's trying to keep Boomski up, but it doesn't work anymore. Blomberg looking to flee, looking to hide. He doesn't have mana to blink, but he doesn't need it either. iCCup. They lose their Gyrocopter for 2 supports. I think 4FC made a good trade here. They forced out a lot of TPs as well. I mean, they lost their 2 supports. Okay, maybe they're gonna lose the tower. Never mind that. That wouldn't be worth it.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like they're in a position to even try and go for a tower trade, but they are distracted. Like, because of the lane it's in, they're losing a tower that's relatively unimportant in tier 1 in this bottom lane. They get some control maybe towards the rush pit, but they still have the mid one. But they drew them out of mid lane, they drew them out of top lane, and that's giving time for their carries to farm.
I know, right? Tower does go down. Enigma getting the gold for that. He is going for a fast mechanism by the looks of it. Only needs the recipe. And he almost has that as well, by the way. Just about 300 gold, and he is done with that. We haven't got the blink dagger. Okay. Alchemist just committed suicide. Mag?
Yeah, I was watching. So Mag chased him down, almost got the kill, but his rage was about to end, and the Alchemist was charging a stun, and ports were coming, so he infested.
Ah.
And just forced him to kill himself.
That's a bit tough. We did see Mag just waiting for the entangle to hit before TPing himself out. He's able to do that as Blomberg is going to be in some trouble. He can't blink himself out just yet. Goes for a flame break, but will end up going down. That's a 3 versus 1. It was just overextending a little bit, expecting people to already have backed out of that bottom lane, but they were still hanging around there, and they killed off the Batrider. It is 8-2, by the way. Of course, one of those is a suicide, but it's still not looking really good for 4FC. Gold graph going towards the 4.5k in favor of iCCup. Experience graph towards iCCup as well with 4k, and it's not looking as grim as previous game, but it's not looking good.
No, and it's sort of just the tri-lane didn't work out for them. Once they gave up, they tried really hard to force that tower. When they didn't need to, it wasn't even getting denied because that tree armor, like, whatever, it's unfortunate. But when they gave up a kill, or 2, did they give up 2? It was only 1, I think. That they gave up to the Nakes afterwards, that gave Nakes level 7 when Alchemist was level 5. And that's pretty much, that lane is lost. They're not doing too well in their other lanes. Like, Tree is just kind of ruining bottom for Batrider, which is pretty typical. But mid was going okay for them. They could have just been like, well, at least Lone Druid's doing okay, so we can kind of rely on that. Instead, they forced the issue and fell.
Yeah, 1900 gold up on Krilly. Do you think he'll still go for the Maelstrom, or does he rather want to have that Radiance? By the way, tier 1 tower mid looks to be going down. Without that big of a fight, there's not even going to be a deny.
Radiance, definitely a powerful item, especially if you expect Blink Dagger to be coming from heroes like Puck, like Enigma, maybe even Tree eventually, but he's not really close to it, so I don't know. I think he might be going for it just because he hasn't bought anything yet, and he's over 2k, and there's not a lot of other items he'd be saving up for. But I don't know if he'll actually be able to get it. He might have to end up giving up on it and going back for Maelstrom.
Yeah, we'll see what he ends up going for. I think Maelstrom would be probably the better one, purely because it's needed for his team, for him to be involved in fights earlier on already, because iCCup, I mean, in tower, like, okay, it's 8-2, there's only 6 kills difference compared to previous game. It's not that bad just yet, but they're having the control. Like, they're really dominating the map right now. All the outer towers of 4FC are gone. iCCup has taken residence into the Dire Jungle as well, and they're actually looking for more. They find themselves the Batrider, tries to fly away, but will not be able to do so. The Boomski looks to be going down as well. Nature's Attendants might be able to keep him up in time, up enough. Is it going to be enough, though? It looks to be enough. Diving past the tier 3 is going to be indeed enough to get a kill. Double kill for Resolution in the end. In the end, she tired. Yep, that's indeed what she did. So, there's going to be a tier 2. This is just control that 4FC has. There's really nothing that 4FC can do against his top lane. So they try to take something in return. They do get the bottom tower. But both Lone Druid and Alchemist, they're just not ready yet to do more. Shadowblade still being picked up by Strangby.
Yeah, they need to have something on those heroes. Obviously Lone Druid wouldn't have enough, but I think they expected Alchemist to have a little bit more. And that just comes back to them overcommitting in that tri lane. It's really put them behind everywhere on the map.
Yep, and Always Wanna Fly is still going to be building that Blink Dagger by the looks of it. 1500 gold in his inventory right now. And iCCup, they're just going to do the whole starve thing again right now. Just trying to make sure that 4FC can't find any farm. And they've got 2 cores that still want to get that farm. And yes, 4FC, Krilly, it's not going to be a Maelstrom anymore. Unless he dies right now, then it might still be. But if he doesn't die, he is aiming to get that Radiance.
Yeah, and he's getting close to it, but he's spotted out. And he needs to be somewhat careful. They probably have checked to see that he doesn't have anything picked up right now, and they know what that means.
Yeah.
But Blomberg
getting Dreamcoat. Flamebreak is still going to be there, and he still gets picked up. Overgrowth from the low ground still hits upon Strangby. We cheat there as well. Here comes a cooldown. Jackal coming in from the side. Krilly knows that he has to run. It's already Strangby that goes down. Krilly, run. You want to save your gold. Enchantress gets picked up as well. That's 3 kills here on this bottom lane / Radiant jungle. And I mean, Curly was able to get away alive, but they paid dearly for that one.
Yeah, and he still doesn't have the gold for his relic as a result. He's getting close.